what do you make of the performance out there tonight, and to wrap it up, I guess, Monday?
I was really, really delighted with the performance tonight. I thought we played some really incisive, dynamic football at times, and I think particularly in the second half, would have liked to have scored another goal to make life a bit easier. But I think outside of that, I thought we kept the ball well. I thought we made a lot of good decisions in possession. Still need to do a little bit better in taking care in possession at times, you know, and that some of those turnovers could have cost us. But other than that, I think overall, the way we played tonight, and considering we're backing up from 3 or 4 days ago, I thought was excellent.
Mary? Are you able to talk a bit about Mary? Tom, obviously she got on the score sheet and played quite well tonight. A lot more touches out on that wider position. Yeah,
and you played wider, but we also tried to get her involved a little bit in field to get her on the ball as much as possible. And I think I haven't seen Mary in a lot of games because of injury and various things, but I thought tonight was the most involved that I've seen her in the game since I've been the coach. And you see how valuable a player is when she actually gets on the ball.
Yeah, I go for it.
Yeah.
But, and Caitlin Ford as well was quite dynamic when she came on. What do you think about that combination with Fowler and Ford?
No, it's really good. Dynamic, both very good players, both on the same wavelength. And, both, they've got, not just good technical and good technical qualities, but the physical qualities are excellent as well. And two very good footballers. So it was good to have both of them on the field. And I think, bringing Caitlin on at half time when the game's a little bit more stretched was really beneficial to her as well.
Any updates on Kennedy and Yallop?
No, Yallop's okay. She's obviously got a hard Queensland head, Alana's okay. She's got a real sweller, It's probably have a shut eye tomorrow, but she's not done. We don't think she's done any damage, but it was just really precautionary to take her off, because the last thing you want is suddenly what usually happens, you get smashed on the head with the ball. So no, she's okay.
There's obviously been a lot of talk about whether this is going to be your last window or not. Just looking back at the time you've been in charge, over the last few months for your third stint, what's been your favourite moment over the last few months?
That's a good question. It certainly wasn't the She Believes Cup. I can rule that one out straight away. Look, I don't think there's been a definitive favourite moment. If I'm being honest, the favourite moments for me is when we played games at home and I've walked out and I've seen the crowd and I've seen the reaction to the Matildas. And if I go back, obviously, I've been in the system with them for a long time. And when I see that now, and when I feel like I've got the privilege to actually be in amongst it, that's my favourite time.
Joe? Just going back on Fowler, it's no secret that you've tried to sort of figure out that puzzle. How has sort of the day since Friday, and how has that been sort of the conversation with her on playing on the left wing?
Yeah, we've had a couple of conversations and we've talked about where we think and where she thinks she's best fitted, and obviously she's playing predominantly for Manchester City on either the left side or the right side, and at the moment she feels more comfortable there. I think it gives her more space to work in. She can create a little bit more from there, and if we are playing well, she gets on the ball a lot more. So from our conversations, she was much more comfortable playing on one of those left or right hand sides.
Tom, you spoke on your favourite moment walking out to the crowd. How was walking out to the crowd tonight, and how did you rate the Newcastle crowd?
Fantastic. Full house. The noise, it's just the noise is amazing, and when you consider it's like the Matildas crowd is a kind of unique. It's a unique crowd. It's not a die-hard football crowd as such, but the noise that they bring to the game and the passion that they bring to the game and the way they support the players and the team it's a phenomenon. I find it really hard to describe it to people because it's something that I've never witnessed in my time in football.
You gave gained cash via her start in the Matildas. She's got a couple of caps now. How do you think she's finding her feet in the Matildas?
Fantastic. I think she's, you know, she comes on and she fits in just like that. From the minute, it's funny because she had her debut against Brazil and she had a little bit of a dodgy first touch, and then she just got calm, composed, and just went, you know, straight in and has looked like she's at home at international level, which is quite significant considering, you know, she's not so much a late developer, but she had a lot of issues with concussions, etc., that put her out the game for a couple of years. And in reality, she's never had the opportunity as yet to play overseas, so she's played all of her football here. So for somebody of, you know, 25, 26, to have gone through that and then walked in to this level of football and look comfortable is a huge achievement.
We'll go to Renee and we'll go with Karen. So just another Newcastle question. What did you make of Claire Wheeler's performance tonight? And how do you think she's grown?
Fantastic. You know, I'd watched Claire when I wasn't the coach, and I thought, you know, this girl was a decent player, but I didn't know how good she was until I've actually coached her. Now, I haven't had the chance to ruin her because I haven't had the chance to coach her that much. So that's probably an asset for her. So I think she came into, I can't remember exactly what camp, but then the next two camps she missed out because of injury, and even coming in here, she had disrupted preparation with a bit of injury and a bit of illness. So the fact that she's been able to come here tonight and go out and play 90 minutes and not look out of place shows, firstly, in how good shape she's in, but also what a high quality player she is.
Right, last question, Erin, and we'll bring Mary in.
And just on Sam Kerr, obviously she's been in camp for a while. Do you think she's getting closer to making that return? Will she be back for the next window, in your opinion?
Well, she's taking the credit for the 2 wins, so she's in the coaching staff at the moment. I don't know. She's getting closer, and I think it's been fantastic for everybody for us to have her back here this week. She's been great around the team. I think it's been really good for her to be in this environment, and our physios and sports science people have done a fantastic job with her just in this 7 or 8 days that we've had her here. But so hopefully it won't be too long till she's back on the field. But as I say, she's had such a positive effect around our environment that it's really helped everybody.